हेलो फ्रेंड्स, गुड मॉर्निंग ऑल। वेलकम टू मनु लॉ क्लासेस। मेरा नाम गौतम दीक्षित है। फ्रेंड्स, आज के इस वीडियो में हम 7 मार्च 2022 का हिंदू एनालिसिस करेंगे। वी विल बी सीइंग द न्यू डेवलपमेंट इन द रशिया यूक्रेन क्राइसिस एंड स्पेशली जो आज का न्यूज़ है इट इज़ रिलेटेड टू द इवैक्यूएशन ऑफ इंडियंस फ्रॉम सुमी एंड खार्किव, the two Ukrainian cities from where the evacuation have been a challenge till now. And then we will also study about Operation Ganga. उसके बाद we will study about Hansa NG, the trials which have been completed. It is an locally made airplane. उसके बाद friends we will study about the CISF, Central Industrial Security Force, the raising day it was we will study about that. And then sports में हम जाएंगे. Sports में there are two news which are very important, so we will do that also. Now let's start the news. So the first news is about the Indians who have been evacuated. So 15,920 Indians have been evacuated from Ukraine, but the challenge is still there from a city in that is Sumy. So if you will just see that Indian has brought back over 920 nationals on how many flights? 76 flights under Operation Ganga. Now we were already knowing that there were two cities which were under fire, that is Kharkiv and Sumy. Okay, now Russia was already planning to have a humanitarian corridor. So because of all these things, the halting of fire and everything, there have been a little success, but Sumy में अभी भी बहुत ज़्यादा challenge है because that area is still under the artillery firing. Now what are the countries from which India is evacuating its citizens? तो जैसे कि जो यूक्रेन में जो हैं through the land borders, Indians they are traveling to different countries like Romania, Poland, Hungary, Slovakia and Moldova. From there the evacuation is taking place. Friends, हमने last week किया था कि 4 ministers they were sent to this country for helping the evacuation of Indians. So these 4 ministers were Kiran Rijiju, then Hardeep Singh Puri, VK Singh and Jyotiraditya Scindia. So they all visited these 4 countries for expediting the evacuation process. Now there is one city in southern Ukraine where the ceasefire has failed once again. So the International Committee for Red Cross has blamed both the sides that there was no clear agreement between the two sides and the ceasefire has failed, and that's why the evacuation of residents from this city has remained a challenge. Now friend, आज का जो न्यूज़ है एक about the National Stock Exchange. So the CBI has arrested the former National Stock Exchange MD चित्रा रामकृष्णा on the further pages. ये पूरा क्या है प्रॉब्लम NSE में, क्या एग्जैक्टली हुआ था सर्वर के साथ, एक्सचेंज सर्वर के साथ कैसे मैनिपुलेशन करके प्रेफरेंशियल एक्सेस दिया गया था अ पर्टिकुलर ग्रुप ऑफ कंपनी that has been there. So we will study that in detail. यहाँ पे सिर्फ हम एक फैक्चुअल इन्फॉर्मेशन दे देते हैं कि चित्रा रामकृष्णा शी इज़ द फॉर्मर मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर ऑफ द NSE एंड नाउ शी हैज़ बीन अरेस्टेड. नाउ ये पूरा चार्ज क्या है? ये पूरा चार्ज है दैट इज़ अब्यूसिंग द सर्वर आर्किटेक्चर फॉर गिविंग प्रिफरेंशियल एक्सेस ऑफ मार्केट डेटा टू स्टॉक ब्रोकर्स. तो यहाँ पे होता है कि इट्स लाइक कि जिसके पास जितना जल्दी इंफॉर्मेशन पहुँचेगा प्रॉफिट उसकी उतनी ज़्यादा होगी. तो सर्टन stock brokers they were allowed preferential access. Okay, so we are going to study that. So now friends, here the certain key terms to understand what is the problem at National Stock Exchange is a load balancer and randomizer for the tick by tick or TBT data server of the National Stock Exchange. Now what is load balancer? Load balancer, it is a mechanism which ensures that the load means data load is distributed evenly among the TBT सर्वर्स, मतलब किसी को प्रेफरेंशियल एक्सेस नहीं मिलना चाहिए. सेकेंड होता है रैंडमाइजर जो रैंडमली पिक करता है किसी भी कनेक्शन को टू बिगिन दी डेटा डिसेमिनेशन को. ओके, नाउ द ऑल द प्रॉब्लम इज रिलेटेड टू प्रेफरेंशियल एक्सेस. तो इट हैज़ बीन फाउंड दैट अ ब्रोकर फर्म OPG Securities and others they had colluded with the NSE data center staffers to gain preferential access to market feeds or market information. So this has been the major issue which has rocked the National Stock Exchange. So if you will just see that the issue, it is since 2012 2012 has been noted in February 2021 order that through an email which has been dated January 4 2012. तो January 4 2012 से ये सब वहाँ पे the things were going on like this. The next is locally made trainer aircraft finishes sea trial. So this is, we are talking about Hansa NG. So Hansa NG is the first of its kind indigenous aircraft trainer. It is called as Hansa NG. It has been developed by CSIR National Aerospace Laboratory, and it has completed its sea level trials in Puducherry. Now once it has completed the sea level trials, now it will be evaluated by the Director General of Civil Aviation. Now what is this Hansa new generation? It is one of the most advanced flying trainers. It has been powered by Rotax digital control engine, and there are certain features like composite lightweight airframe, a glass cockpit, a bubble canopy, and a wide panoramic view and electrically operated flaps. Now friend, the next news is that Amit Shah, the Union Home Minister, he has mooted the idea of hybrid security model under the CISF guidance. Now what is CISF? It is Central Industrial Security Force. It was established on 10th March 1969, and the motto is protection and security. The current Director General of CISF is Sheelvardhan Singh. Sheelvardhan Singh. Now what will be this hybrid security model? So let's understand this hybrid security model. तो ये hybrid security model के अंदर क्या होगा? That the Central Industrial Security Force, it will train and certify private security agencies so that they can take over the task of guarding the various kinds of industrial and manufacturing units in the country. The next is Operation Ganga. So Operation Ganga, it is the name given to the operation for evacuating Indian citizens from Ukraine. So during the Russia-Ukraine crisis of 2022. So Operation Ganga, यहाँ पे our Prime Minister has said it is a proof of India's growing clout. Over here, when he has touted that when certain countries are facing problem in evacuating their citizens, but Operation Ganga has been able to evacuate 15,920 Indians. Now friends, let me tell you, earlier India had also allowed the evacuation of nationals from its neighborhood, and it was declared by T.S. Tirumurti in United Nations. T.S. Tirumurti, he is the permanent representative to the United Nations from India. Now friends, from the foreign page, the city of Mariupol, which we have done from the page 1. So Mariupol evacuation has failed for the second day. So यहाँ पे अगर हम देखेंगे, so Ukraine Russia trade has blamed for ceasefire failure. So यहाँ पे ceasefire plan was there between Ukraine and Russia to stop the shelling so that the people can be evacuated from here. There are about 4 lakh residents in this city before Russia invaded on February 24th. Now this date is very important. Now Mariupol is a city which is located in the southern Ukraine. It is a coastal city, और यहाँ पे there has been a humanitarian crisis because of non-halting of shelling and fire from both the sides. Now over here we already know that Russian financial institution has been they have been suspended from SWIFT. The full form of SWIFT is Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunication. It is a Belgian based cooperative society. So now Russia banks, they have planned to issue cards using China's UnionPay system, okay, after Visa and MasterCard have suspended their operations in Russia. Now friends, जैसे कि SWIFT है एक ग्लोबल पेमेंट सिस्टम, उसी तरीके से चाइना का भी एक पेमेंट सिस्टम है इसी तरीके से, जिसको कहते हैं CIPS. It is called as CIPS. Now the full form of CIPS is cross border interbank payment system. Cross border interbank payment system. Cross border interbank payment system. Now friends, from sports, the important news is that R Ashwin, okay, he has become the India's second highest wicket taker in the test match. This is very important, not all time, not in all format, but India's second highest wicket taker in test. So if you will just see the test matches, So over here Kumble, Anil Kumble, he is at the highest, that is about 619 wickets. Ashwin, R Ashwin 436, Kapil Dev 434, Harbhajan Singh is at 4th number 417. Now the next news from the sports is about the performance of Indian women at the World Championship. So here Rahi Sarnobat, Riddhim Sangwan and Isha Singh have clinched gold by beating Singapore by 17-13 in women's 25 meter sports pistol in the World Cup Shooting World Cup Championship organized in Egypt. Now friends, from editorial, दिस इज क्वाड्रिलेटरल क्विजीनेस. सो यहाँ पे है कि इंडिया का पोजीशन जो है, फॉर एग्जांपल वी ऑलरेडी नो दैट इंडिया एब्सटेन फ्रॉम वोटिंग एट 3 प्लेटफॉर्म which called for strict actions against Russia. So those were UNSC resolution 8979, then the voting took place at United Nations General Assembly, and then the voting took place at United Nations Human Rights Council. Now the connection is कि यूनाइटेड नेशन सिक्योरिटी काउंसिल 8 रेजोल्यूशन जो था 8979, इट वाज वीटोड बाय रशिया विच इज़ अ परमानेंट मेंबर. देन इट yielded फॉर द resolution to be passed in United Nations General Assembly. So what happened, that India abstained from voting in both the bodies. Now there was a resolution in United Nations Human Rights Commission which demanded for the setting up of inquiry committee to investigate Russia's action in Ukraine. Again, as we have done on Saturday, that India abstained from voting in United Nations Human Rights Council also. Now in between what happened, that an emergency meeting of Quad was convened by the President of USA, Joe Biden. Okay, so over here if we will see the membership of Quad, so the membership of Quad, they are Japan, US, Australia and India. Now on the issue of Russia-Ukraine crisis, okay, the 3 members of Quad have voted for the resolution, means demanding strict action against Russia, but India has abstained from voting on all the 3 bodies. तो यहाँ पे हम कह सकते हैं कि Quad में एक coherency नहीं है between the 4 members related to Russia-Ukraine crisis. Now why the New Delhi is not voting against Russia's action? So some of the important things are that India and Russia, they are the major defense partner. We have also already done in a editorial that India does not want to get sidelined in the subcontinent. We all can already see that after the US withdrawal from Afghanistan and takeover of Afghanistan by Taliban, somewhere India is feeling sidelined on the Afghanistan issue. At the same time, the border issue between India and China, where Russia can play a very important role to resolve this crisis. So India and also that Russia is a major defense partner of Russia. They have already signed the S-400 missile deals. Fine. So because of all these things, India has abstained from voting. Now some of the important implications of that decision can be reimposition of sanctions under CAATSA over the S-400 deal with Russia. But the question is that can Quad afford to alienate India? So the Quad cannot afford to alienate India because it is a critical partner to balance the rise of China in the Indo-Pacific region. Now friend, one of the important article for today is in sanctions by Nord Stream 2 in the crosshair. So Nord Stream 2, it is a gas pipeline. Okay, it is a gas pipeline from Russia to Germany. Now in Europe, Germany is one of the major importer of natural gas, and natural gas is one of the important mainstay for energy in Europe. Now this article, it highlights the present rivalry as the energy rivalry in Europe. So it means that the rivalry which is taking place now between NATO and Russia is somewhere the rivalry influenced by energy as it has happened in the past. So past में क्या था, when US was the major supplier and major importer of oil, then what happened, that USA tried to win the Western European countries towards its side by the reliable source of energy, by being the reliable source of energy supply. But what happened was that one after the Gulf crisis in 70s, and then after the fall in the domestic production of crude oil in US, the Western European countries, especially Germany, they shifted towards Russia for the reliable source of energy. Now under that, Nord Stream 1 and Nord Stream 2 has been has been created to supply gas to European countries at a cheaper rate. Now what it means is that if the Nord Stream 2 project is dead, so it will be the greater loss to Russia and a win for US. So friends, that's all for today. We will meet tomorrow again with the daily Hindu analysis. Till then, have a nice day. Take care. Thank you.